In this video, I show what Haruki Murakami's parents and grandfather were like. His grandfather, Benshiki Murakami, was a Buddhist monk. He was the abbot of Anyoji Temple in Kyoto City. At the age of 70, he was hit by a train and died. Haruki Murakami wrote as follows. On a rainy night, he was very drunk and sleeping on the railroad tracks when a train passed by. It was a railroad track, so of course a train would pass by sometime. His mother was born and raised in Osaka and was a Japanese language teacher. She gave birth to Haruki Murakami and became a housewife. Haruki Murakami is an only child and has no siblings. His father, Chiaki Murakami, is also a Japanese language teacher. He was born and raised in Kyoto, graduated from the Faculty of Letters of Kyoto University, and was a teacher at a famous high school called Koyogakuin. Haruki Murakami wrote the following about his father. My father was essentially a serious and responsible man. He usually had a healthy sense of humor. He was also a good public speaker. His father often read alone, and the house was always full of books. Haruki Murakami says that this may have been a factor in my becoming an avid reader in my teens. Haruki Murakami often mentions his conflict with his father. I think he wanted me to get top grades. I think he wanted me to walk in his shoes, a life that he could not lead because of the obstacles of the times. I am sure he would have been willing to make any sacrifice to achieve this. But I could not live up to his expectations. As a result, my father became chronically dissatisfied, and I began to feel a chronic pain that included unconscious anger. This state of affairs continued, and the parent-child relationship seemed to have cooled off. My parents were teachers, so there was a sort of rebellion, and to be honest, I had always had a very poor image of the teaching profession. He also writes, I have lived my life thinking that I don't want to be like my father. Haruki Murakami continued to stay in college, got married before graduation, and started owning a jazz cafe, and it seems that his relationship with his father became quite estranged. After I got married and started working while I was still young, my relationship with my father became completely estranged. Especially after I became a professional writer, various complicated problems arose, and our relationship became even more strained, and in the end, we were almost insulated from each other. We did not see each other at all for more than 20 years, and we rarely spoke to each other or contacted each other unless there was a special need. It seems that the insulated state lasted until before his father died of cancer. It was shortly before he passed away that I finally spoke with my father face to face. At that time, I was almost 60 years old, and my father was approaching 90. My father and I had an awkward conversation and made some kind of reconciliation. He passed away at the age of 90 in a hospital in Kyoto due to cancer that had spread to many places and severe diabetes. This experience may be reflected in the novel 1Q84. After his father passed away, he wrote an essay titled Abandoning the Cat with content that follows in his footsteps. How is it? Haruki Murakami did not have any children, but I have a feeling that his relationship with his father may have been the cause in no small part.